Hello, hello. How's it going? I'm gonna be playing this game today. It's called The Life and Suffering of Sir Brante. Subtitle, In the Times of the Fall of the Blessed Archnean Empire. Alright. Um, so this is like a narrative-driven RPG game, I think. It's something of like a choose-your-adventure game. So it's gonna be really like story heavy, I would say. But then you still get to like make your own decisions and yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Alright. First of all, enter your character's name. Sir Piper Bronte. Okay, choose your name carefully. Other characters will address you exactly like this. Sure. Chapter restarts. I think if I was playing this by myself, I would probably go for Iron Man, because I like to be punished for my decisions, but I think for the sake of like maybe seeing all of the content on stream, I might just keep it enabled so I can load back and see other endings if I wanted to. Okay, consequences. Yeah, I'd go for the recommended one here. I would like to see what the actions do. Okay, cool. Okay, you hold the fate of a single man in your hands. You will follow his life from birth to death. Your choices shall define who Sir Brante will grow up to be. You will decide his personality, social status, and what mark he'll leave on history. With every step he takes at your behest, Sir Brante's character will change and evolve. Your decisions will close some doors for him, but open many others. Okay, oh, am I in the way? I think I am in the way slightly. 1 second. Be smaller? Hello, what's up? Okay. Well, that's just the opening text. Oh shit. Accidentally skipped that. I'm sure it's nothing important. Every victory will be a struggle. A path paved with bitter losses and gut-wrenching failures. Accept the tragedy. This is how you will create a gripping and unique tale for your hero. What will become of your Sir Brante, his loved ones, and his world? It all depends on you. Ooh,
The
small.
story of my life remains written on these pages. But my fate has always been my own. Every deed, every choice, every person I met.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, I accidentally skipped that as well. Mm. Oof. Okay. At the end of time, your fingers are stained with ink. Your breathing grows ragged, your hands are shaking. Yet the words begin appearing on the page before you one by one, clinging together to form a chronicle of your own life. Who are you, and how did you reach this end? Okay. Looks like there's like symbols on the side that I can't really click right now. Oh no, not really. Those are just bookmarks maybe. Aesthetics. You were born, raised, and lived your entire life in the blessed Arcanian Empire. In this land, a man's destiny is predetermined at the moment of his birth. Whether human or Arcanian... Wait, Arcanians aren't humans? Hmm? Nobleman, priest, or low-born commoner all bend to the divine will of the twin gods. And each life is not but a single cog in the universe's immeasurable machine. The memories come flooding back. They engulf you as a merciless wave, blinding together days that are thrice dead and gone. Okay. The dreams of your childhood, your adolescence, your youth spent in the capital, years of peace teeming with life, and a war drenched in blood. High ranks and lowly deeds, opulent palaces, secretive city backstreets, fields of battle, and faces, so many faces of the people you held dear, the people who walked this road by your side. Such was your life, now all exposed by ink erupting onto the page. With every step you sought to change the world as you saw fit. The choices of your upbringing, the path you carved in your youth, and the fruits of your struggle, and the consequences of your sacrifice. All of it led you here to the end of your time, and every choice had a price. Now years and years later, the crossroads of your life echoes in your memory, and the pain and joy inextricably intermingled. Okay. Could you have taken a different path? Chosen a different calling? Found a different place in the world? You had the power to alter the very course of history. Now, on the verge of death, you struggle with doubt, seeking answers to the last and most crucial question of all. Your life? Of all the paths in life, why did you walk this one? Did you choose your own fate, or was your life shaped by forces beyond your control? What determines a man's destiny? Okay. The man himself. Your life has always been yours to live. You made your own destiny, the world around him. Path is charted for you by the people, the age, and the society in which you lived. A higher power? Destiny was forged by a power greater than your own will, or there is no destiny. Destiny does not exist. Human life is an exercise in chance. It is not governed by any laws. Okay. So I gotta pick, right? I wonder how this will affect my character. Maybe not at all. I'm leaning towards this one, that there is no destiny. Well, yeah, personally I don't really believe in a higher power. And I think that, you know, the individual themselves and the world will probably have like an equal amount of say in what becomes of a person, but I think in the end there are no like laws that govern it. Yeah, I think so. It's just all chance, man. You stand tall and stare death in the face. There was no higher power guiding your life. It was just a wild jig, a chaotic tangle of innumerable human wills, actions, and accidents. Yeah, I think I can agree with that, yeah. The only thing that could ever turn this chaos into an orderly narrative is the eternal human drive for storytelling. Life had no greater meaning. You were neither cursed by fate nor guided by providence. This is what truly made you, and this is what made you truly free. Are you right about this? Is it all true? To learn the truth, you will have to return to the very beginning, remembering every step you took along the way. On these pages, the story of a man named Sir Brante will live once more. Okay. So it looks like there's 5 chapters, and we're starting with childhood. 0 years. Chapter 1, Childhood. Childhood, where life begins. First words, first unsteady steps. You're about a small child learning about the world in which you were born. To you, everything is so new, so baffling, and so unforgiving. A long trying life stretches before you. So many feats and faults, so many fateful choices to come. Yet you are already sowing the seeds of your own future self. Of your future self. You are learning to live and survive in the world, looking for a place within it to call your own, choosing your future destiny. Okay. Sometimes I gotta read it twice, you know, because the first time I'm reading it, I'm like just focused on reading it out loud. And then the second time I actually get the meaning. Who will you grow up to be? I don't know, we'll see. In chapters Childhood, Adolescence, and Youth, you will live through your hero's coming of age. You will shape the protagonist's personality, his qualities, and relationships. By the end of the prologue, you will determine the estate and future occupation of your hero. Only in adulthood will he start to influence the world around him and even the ultimate fate of the Empire. Who will Sir Brante grow up to be? It's your call. Okay, prologue. So is it saying that childhood, adolescence, and youth are all part of the prologue? I think so. Okay. So it looks like it's telling me that there is no branching narrative, maybe? Like no significant branches until I get to the end of the prologue, right? Because all my choices right now are going to be affecting my own personality instead of the world's. It kind of makes sense. Alright. Childhood, where life begins. First words, first unsteady steps. You are but a small child learning about the world around you for the first time. Not like 1 year old. Is that what's happening? Yet it is also here that you sow the seeds of your future self. Who will you grow up to be? Events in the personal life of the hero that can happen in this chapter. So I can't click any of these, but I guess it's giving me like a preview of what things I can get. Yeah, you can learn to fence, die, or understand how the world works. Alright. Okay, personality. Your personal qualities at this age. They determine which choices you may take. Okay. I'm a spineless, inattentive child. And your inner strength and the number of lesser deaths that you have experienced. Okay. So I have willpower. Okay. Looks like willpower is like a resource because it says I spend it on difficult choices. And deaths. After suffering a lesser death, one is reborn. One who dies a true death faces the judgment of the twin gods. Okay. So you can die 3 times first before you actually die for real. Okay. Sections that open in this chapter. Okay, destiny, personality. Oh, I can't really click these. Interesting. House of Brante and family. Deprix, hello, how's it going? I should try to balance my stats. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So stats are, is it only just perception and determination? And maybe even willpower? Are there more stats than that? Maybe. I don't know yet. Okay, so it looks like all these things are things I've already seen. But this is something new. Can see my reputation of my house, the wealth of my house, and the unity. Okay. Stephen Brante. Okay. Guess I'll meet those characters later. How do I get back to the normal screen? Okay, just click it again. Okay. Sections that open up. Yep, okay. I can look at all these things. I've already seen it. Alright, let's start. Begin the chapter. Newborn. I got an achievement called Newborn. At first there was nothing. No time, no sensation, nothing but darkness and void. But then a will breathed life into nothingness. Matter and spirit were set in motion. History began its march. Okay. Is that referring to me or the universe? It was your turn to enter this world. Your first memory, you are lying on your back, blinded by a bright white light. You are not alone. Above you tower the colossal figures of those who created you. My parents? No, not my parents. Gods? Spooky. You are a part of them, and they are a part of you. Between you and them is an inexplicable connection, a strong, unbreaking link. They will always watch over you, guard you, and protect you. Okie dokie. It hurts to breathe. You let out the pain in the form of a desperate scream. Your creators extend their hands towards you. There are 2 of them, the ones who made you form for their own selves and brought you into this world. Okay, they are united, yet as they lean closer, you begin to see how different they are. You can already feel their differences within you, struggling against each other. Okay. The first figure is soft and empathetic. Emphatic? Yeah. Wise and merciful. The love that emanates from it wraps your head to toe Wraps you head to toe like an invisible blanket. The world from it is never ending. The second figure is strong and powerful, commanding and noble. It is harsh but fair, a beacon of guidance, a force of protection, and merciless punishment for every misdeed. Yet there is also a third figure. Ooh. It is like a shadow barely seen behind them, yet already pulsing with an unbreakable will to live. It is the very will to live that is now growing ever stronger inside you. Interesting. A soft open palm, a strong closed fist, a lingering distant shadow. You struggle to loosen the swaddling clothes wrapped around you and extend a tiny hand into the world. Okay, palm. Perception 1. Fist, determination 1. Figure, willpower plus 10. I see. Like, if it's just for a purely narrative reason, I would go for smiling at the shadow, but all it gives me is some willpower. And that's like not a permanent stat, right? So I would rather go for something that is a stat. I think I would rather go for the palm. Go for the gentler approach for now. Your little palm awkwardly grabs the soft finger. You explore your mother's hands by touch. She smiles gently as her arms wrap around you and lift you up. She smells of home, that indescribable smell, that feeling of safety that is second to none. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. Those aren't gods then, right? Maybe those are actually my parents. Okay. Her embrace is the warmest place in the world, a place you want to stay for all eternity. Huggy. Birth. Your life in this world begins. How will you live it? Okay. It's best to be stocked up on willpower. You never know when you need it. Okay. As the days go by, you learn to tell your parents apart. You recognize father by his heavy breath and strong cold hands. He visits you rarely. Okay. Hello there, little Piper Brante. Mother's tender voice, however, follows you day and night. My, you're growing so quickly, my child. There are 2 more children in the family named Stefan and Gloria. Gloria sings songs to you. She often dresses you in tight clothing and gently holds your hands as you learn to take your first steps. Stefan likes to sweep you up and pinch you and toss you into the air. Alright. Oh look, this is your brother and sister. Yeah, you're my little brother. We're gonna play together, but I'll always be in charge cause you were born a commoner. Oh, okay. Kinda rude. Be quiet, you. He doesn't understand yet. Come on, baby Piper. Let's go play in the yard. Alright, let me get some water. 1 second. Okay. Hide and seek. It is hot outside. Oh, missed that. It is hot outside. You grip your brother's hand with one hand and your sister's with another as they help you walk down the giant stone stairs. Then you sit on the ground and start exploring the sparse blades of grass with your fingers. It tingles. In the sky far above and away from you is a gigantic pillar, a perfectly straight stick made of light. It is so bright it hurts to look at. Okay. Spooky. Spooky. Hey, pipe. Yep. Why are you staring at the shining pillar? It's not going anywhere, you know. Hey, I want to play hide and seek. He's just a little baby. How's he gonna play? I'll seek. You guys hide. I'll count. Don't worry. Then you hide him. I'll try to find both of you. Okay. You have no idea what they are talking about, but you support them with happy cooing. This is strange but so exciting. Stefan and Gloria glance at each other. Then your brother walks to a big tree, closes his eyes, and starts shouting something. Gloria takes your hand and walks you through the yard. Your sister takes you behind some thick bushes by a tall wall. The light from that light stick on the horizon barely reaches here. You can't see a home from this place. The ground is crawling with tiny black bugs. Gloria sits you down on the ground and puts a finger to her mouth for some reason, and then she's gone. Okay, for some reason. You can no longer hear Stefan's voice. Gloria is nowhere to be seen. You feel colder. The bugs are no fun to play with. You've been sitting here for a long time, completely alone. Nobody checks on you. Did they forget about you? Did they abandon you? Okay. It says I've been here for a long time, but I'm like a baby, so I don't actually know how long is. You know, maybe it's only been like 20 minutes, but to my baby mind, it's super long. Okay, find your way home. I don't know if I can afford to do that as a baby. You know what? I trust my siblings. A baby, yep, that's me, a baby. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and play with twigs. Could yell, but I don't know. I don't feel like I would do that. I'm just gonna sit here and wait. I'm doubling on perception a little bit, but it's fine. I don't really want to like optimize my stats that much. I'd rather just play the story first. The bush is covered with leaves swaying in the wind. You brush through them with your fingers. The twigs and branches are stiff and will not bend. They are different from the blades of grass. Down on the ground you see a group of bugs carrying a little twig. You grab it from them. They're so funny. One of the bugs crawls on your fingers and bites it, just enough to sting a little. Ouch. You hear brisk steps and then the leaves and twigs rustling and parting. Your mother leans over to you. You greet her with a happy face and show her the finger with the bug on it. Here, I even got bit. So that's why they took you. Mother picks you up, puts you to her chest, and pets you on the head. Your brother and sister stand behind her, clearly feeling guilty. Gloria is in tears. Stefan keeps staring at his feet. Wow, okay. Well, that's their fault, man, for not being able to find me in time. Gosh. You hug Mother tightly. She is here now. Damn, if only they were better at the game, they would have just found me and then nothing would have been wrong, you know? Okay. Ooh, that's kind of loud, but... Okay. Another memory. You are still a little child, but you can already talk and run around on your own. Today is out of the ordinary. Father is busy around the house, giving orders to the servants. Throughout the day, the kitchen has been abuzz with work, and there are solemn, gloomy preparations and candles being lit. Even your older brother Stefan is quiet today. Mother takes your hand and brings you to your sister Gloria. Lydia Brante, that's my mom. She actually kind of reminds me of like a character from Attack on Titan or something. Like just the way her face is drawn. She kind of reminds me of a Titan. Okay, anyway. My son, today is the Great Descent. Huh? Huh? The Great Descent. We honor the day when the twin gods descended to us. Okay. So you're saying that the gods didn't always exist, or at least they weren't always known to humans, and then one day they actually showed up? That's kind of spooky. You must spend this day in reverence to the gods. You are too young to understand, so just do everything your sister says for now. Okie dokie. Gloria takes you to the playroom. There are no toys there, no chairs. Even the carpet has been taken away. There is nothing there but a bare wooden floor. So what, is this like a yearly thing? It should be, right? Because you honor the day when the twin gods descended to us. So it's like a yearly thing. So every year, every day, um, you have to move everything out of your playroom and then move it back again. That's kind of weird. Today we're not allowed to go to any other rooms and we'll be eating nothing but gruel and stale bread. On the day of the Great Descent, everyone must be where they belong. Okay. It's quiet, unusually so. Muffled voices from beyond the door are all you can hear. You are sitting on the cold floor, confused with no idea what to do. Then you hear your sister's voice, a lonely sound in the empty room. It is a little song that Mother taught her. You hold your breath as you listen to it. When the twins came down to earth, they brought lots for every birth. Let us count them, 1, 2, and 3. The twins made them for you and me. Nobles rule and bravely fight, they protect us with their might. Priests work hard to understand, guide us by the twins' command. Common people work and toil, always patient, never spoiled. Live your lot where you were born, to the day when you pass on. Know your lot and know the prayer, for the twins see everywhere. Huh? Does prayer and rhyme with where? I guess it does. Know your lot and know the prayer, for the twins see everywhere. Okay, sure. You are transfixed by the tune. Gloria notices your gaze, and a smile creeps across her face. No smiling. Only gruel bread today. You like the rhyme, don't you, Piper? Do you know what it's all about? Look, there are 3 lots. They were brought to us by the twins when they descended to us from the shining pillar. Remember that pillar of light on the horizon? That's it. You can see the pillar anytime from anywhere in the world. What? How's that work? How's that work? From everywhere in the world. Do they live in like a flat earth or something? Or maybe it's just Gloria being a child and not understanding how big the world is. I don't know. Anyway, if you follow your lot as you live, you'll reach the peak of the pillar. And if you don't, you'll get eternal torment at the foot. Okay. So maybe the pillar's not actually connected to the ground. Maybe it's like the sun, but it's like a rod-shaped sun. Alright, whatever. You and I are lowborn. Mom is a commoner too. So the lot for you and me is to suffer and be patient and work hard. Understand? The priests and the nobles have other lots. The nobles fight and rule over everyone. The priests, well, I'm not really sure what they do, but I guess they talk to the twins and then teach everyone. Okay. Gloria stares at you intently. Did you get it, silly? Then she shakes her head and keeps singing the song over and over again. Her voice transfixes you, drawing you in. The room starts to glow like the sky. Oh. From this light emerges 2 figures you have known ever since the moment of your birth. One of them embraces your sister's shoulder, the other stands guard behind her back. You watch this happening before your very eyes, unable to turn away. Okay. So I guess in this world the gods are real. Or at least you have experiences of the gods as if they were real. Gloria is swaying to the song, unaware of what is happening. She sings the final verses once more. Know your lot and know the prayer. You feel compelled by this divine sight to express yourself somehow. You feel words condensing within you from the light. But what will these words be? Finish the song properly or sing the last line wrong? Okay, I think I'm gonna sing the last line wrong. Yeah. Because, you know, I don't know how I feel about this. The fact that you have to just accept where you're born in the world and accept your lot. I feel like that's a bit weird. As in, I probably wouldn't agree with that. Even if they are gods and real and all-powerful. Know your lot and know the prayer. The lots are lies told everywhere. Okay. You shout these words, but you have no idea how they came to you. The shining pair standing behind her back turn to look at you. You can feel their gaze piercing you from top to bottom. Yeah, a new challenger has arrived. You can... I already read that. When the moment passes, they melt into the dim light coming from the window. Now Gloria is staring at you. You see disappointment in her eyes. Piper, that's not the way the song ends. Why did you ruin it? You shrug, quite pleased with your cleverness. Okay. Got some determination, but still spineless. I may or may not change that. Yeah, I kind of expected that from the game. So I've seen like somebody else play the first chapter of it. So like all of childhood I've seen, but after that I've not seen anything else. But yeah, I'm guessing like you probably have like maybe this is all just guessing, but you probably have two paths, two like normal-ish paths, and the final harder path, right? Maybe something like that. Because here's what I'm thinking. You probably have two normal-ish paths where you just, you know, play normally, but you make different choices. Like maybe in one you're like a noble, and in one you're a commoner or whatever. Don't really know. But then there's probably a special one where you like just defy the will of the gods and rage against the machine. I don't know, I'm guessing. Okay. You are starting to understand more and more of what the adults say. Nobles only? Nah, man. Screw the nobles. I'm raging against the machine, man. Down the system. You're starting to understand more and more of what the adults say. Your family is an unusual one. Your father is a nobleman, but not by birth. His is a title earned through great service. But your mother is a low-born woman, a commoner. Okay. So how's this work? So he didn't follow his lot, right? If he's a nobleman, and then, but not by birth, that means he didn't just follow his lot. Because of this, you were born a commoner, but father says you may yet come onto nobility. Okay. You learn to read at an early age. Together with mother, you read and learn by heart the many poems about the divine twins, the twin gods who reside upon the shining pillar. Mother calls these poems prayers. Okay, makes sense. Again and again, you try to discern the shapes of the gods in the strip of holy light that shines in the sky all day and night, but the light is too blinding to gaze upon. Guess sunglasses have not been invented yet. The greatest joy of all is when the stairs are no longer an insurmountable obstacle. Now you can climb and even jump from step to step. Father urges you to be more careful and avoid climbing too high. But even though you keep falling, you never stop being curious about the world around you. Okay? Your older brother Stefan now spends less time playing with Gloria and you. Playing with commoners is beneath a nobleman to be, he says. So Gloria calls him names, and Stefan pulls her pigtails. Okay? One fine evening, Father gathers you all in the sitting room with an announcement. You will have another little brother or sister soon. Gloria asks him to bring home a little sister. Another brother would be too much. Stefan gets frustrated. There are too many little siblings getting in his way as it is. Soon you will be an older brother too, and it doesn't really matter who the youngest will be, a boy or a girl, you will love them the most. When father comes home from his trips, he reads his adult books aloud for you. Adult books? For a child? You find those stories of wars, generals, and rebellions quite enchanting. The father approves of your fascination. Okay? Study hard and maybe one day you'll become a noble of the mantle and earn your sword. But first you need to grow up. Okay? Growing up, the concept is as terrifying as it is alluring. True. Oof! Why am I getting hit, huh? You keep staring at the carpet under your feet. You're both ashamed and proud, and it feels odd. A scratch on your hand stings a little. Stefan is standing next to you, sniffling from pain. Your brother was training in the yard with a wooden sword. You wanted to play with him, but he ended up getting angry and throwing the sword at you. The stick hit you in the shoulder. You picked it up and hit him with it. Yeah, you fool. You never part with your weapon. If you want to throw your blade, you better make sure it kills you. You see Mother's shoes walking to and fro on the carpet. You do not want to look up. You would rather not see her angry. She is not as gentle to you these days. Oh no, I'm getting older. Why did you hurt Stefan, Piper? It's the little bitch asked for it. You stammer out an explanation. He hit you first. You just hit him back. How dare he pester me like that? When I grow up, I'm gonna hit you with a real sword. And you're gonna miss, it's gonna fall on the ground, I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna stab you with it. Mother shushes you both and speaks to you again. Her voice is stern, and yet you can feel her concern for you. Even if Stefan hits you, you cannot hit him back. You are my son, and I was born a commoner. Our lot is to suffer, but your brother was born from a noble father and a noble mother. His sacrament is coming soon, and then he'll rule over the likes of us. Oh, okay. If you hurt a noble, you must be punished. That is your lot. And the sooner you learn it, the better off our entire family will be. Now Stefan looks at you in triumph. You look up at Mother in fear, not sure what to do now. Okay. Unlucky, yeah. Ah, damn. Failed the RNG roll. I didn't get a good spawn point. Damn it. Accept your punishment, deny your guilt, or demand an explanation. Could accept, but then I would drop my willpower real low. I don't know about that. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen if I just demand an explanation? Yeah, like, wait, why would I do that? Why would I decrease my willpower just so I don't get any stats? Okay, I'm like meta gaming it a bit too much though. I think I'm just gonna demand an explanation. I have a question. For God. Why? You start asking questions. Why were you born a commoner? If your father is a noble. If you have your father's name, why can't you have this lot? And why can't you choose a lot for yourself if you don't like the one you have? Yeah, exactly. Mother is stunned by all these questions you are peppering her with. I hope I right-click the bed. Yeah, sure. Don't you dare ask me about that, Piper. I'll violate my lot if I start explaining it all to you. I'm a commoner, not a priest. Dude, that's weird. You can't even explain things as a commoner? So like, are nobles not allowed to explain things either? Because they're not priests? You are flogged in front of your entire family. The pain burns on your skin again and again. Tears keep rolling down your cheeks. It feels like the punishment will never end. It hurts to walk when you are finally let go. You slowly climb the stairs and walk to your room. You see a book on your bed, The Teachings of Isatius, Volume 2. Okay. So did my mom put it there? Or did someone else, maybe my dad, put it there after he heard what happened? So it's like, oh, mom can't teach me about it, but, you know, this book can. Because books don't have lots, so they don't have to be priests. I don't know. Your tears have dried now. You begin to read, slowly making your way through the difficult words. Every death of the body bringeth the soul ever closer to the twins. Twins' judgment. And when the body dieth a true death, the soul soareth to the shining pillar. The twin gods do judge every soul, and their judgment is stern and unforgiving. He who followeth his lot in life from birth shall melt in bliss atop the peak of the shining pillar. Okay? Melt in bliss. The words confuse and elude you, instilling fear and awe. You will read this mysterious book again as you grow up. Okay? Interesting. But it does say, he who followeth his lot in life from birth, right? So it's basically saying that my dad is going to burn in hell, right? My dad didn't follow his lot, so why should I, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's my dad who put that book there. First of all, he's probably the only person who had access to that book. And second of all, he seems to be the most empathetic towards me and the fact that I maybe have aspirations not just to be a commoner, I think. Mother mostly stays in her chambers now. With each passing day, she grows heavier and her features get rounder. It gets difficult for her to walk, but she still smiles all the time. One day, she takes her hands and puts them on her big belly, and you feel a movement deep inside her. You will have another brother or sister soon. Gloria takes you on walks to the yard now. You explore the yard together under the evening light of the pillar. Evening light of the pillar. And she sings you songs and tells you amazing stories. So if there is an evening, can we assume there's a nighttime as well? And if there is a nighttime, like, did the pillar just get brighter and dimmer as the day goes? It's like instead of a sun-moon cycle, it's just a pillar in the sky, and then it's like a dim light. Hey Piper, do you want to hear a rhyme? I wrote it myself. There's even a bit about you, but don't tell anyone, okay? Writing poems and songs is only for nobles. If mommy hears about it, I'll get flogged. Remember how you got flogged for hitting Stefan? Bro, why you gotta bring that up right now, man? We're having a good time. Okay, whatever. Our judge is my second father. In the past, I had another. Mother says the twins are great, says we should not fight our fate. Brother loves to jump around, but please don't fall down on the ground. Hey, that's me. See, I wrote a little rhyme. Please don't tell them it is mine. Ooh, spicy. Spicy. But today your sister is nowhere to be seen. She promised to take you to the old pond. Wait, did I miss something? No. Okay. She promised to take you to the old pond and show you the red frogs that live there, but then she vanished. The servants join you in your search. Even Mother leaves her chambers and when she hears the commotion. Finally, you find Gloria in the far corner of the garden. She is holding a quill and sheets of paper covered in poetry. Oh no, she's gone and done it. Covered in poetry. She's written more than one poem. Mother becomes angry the moment she sees it. She looks through the poetry and her face grows dark with rage. Gloria is standing before her, wringing her hands and looking for an opportunity to run, but there seems to be no escape. Oh no, how dare you write? How dare you? What is this nonsense, Gloria? We talked about this. You were told to take care of your little brother. You are absolutely not allowed to entertain yourself with this writing. Okay, yeah, damn millennials writing poems. Exactly. I can't decide that for myself, Mom. No, you cannot. It has already been decided by the gods. I see, I see. Pretty interesting. I guess her mom just really wants what's best for her, right? Her mom believes in the lot system, so she's like, if you do this, you'll go to hell, so you can't do it. And he's not a little brother anymore. He doesn't need a nanny. And I need some time alone to think for myself. I'm not hurting anyone. Hey, look, it's me. I've climbed the tree while she's getting yelled at. I see. Interesting. Gotta get higher ground to get a better view of the situation. You are a commoner and a future wife. It's time you learn how to properly care for children. Had your disgraceful former father kept me in this house, you could have been born a noble. Wait, what? Disgraceful former father kept me in his house. Ah. I thought she's a commoner. Former father. Yeah. Not sure what the family tree is like yet. So our mom's ex-husband maybe kept you in his house. So maybe he's also a noble? But then she married another noble. But that made her a commoner? That doesn't make sense to me yet. Okay, but that is not our fate, and you are absolutely forbidden from ever spoiling paper and wasting ink again. Bro, who is writing in this house? Just my dad and maybe Stefan, right? Ooh, locked. Mother grabs Gloria firmly by the hand and takes you both into the house. The scribbled sheets fly into the fireplace. Gloria sobs violently. You are a bystander to this scene, unsure of how to act. Okay. I can offer to write rhymes with her. Okay. Or I can comfort my sister. Okay. I can leave the room. Complain about your sister. Okay. You know what? Good, good. I'm glad that's locked. I don't want it. Offer to write rhymes or comfort. Living room's looking pretty cool right now, actually. Man. I think if I was a child, I would probably just leave the room. Because I'm not very good at, dealing with things like this. Definitely not good at comforting my sister. But you know what? I could offer to write rhymes with her. Yeah, let's do that. Mother leaves. The last of your sister's poetry burned away in the fireplace. You hug your sister and whisper to her. Let's go to the library, you say. The two of you can hide under the table and write something together. Gloria shakes her head violently. Mother said no, and there is no way she would ever defy her. You assure her that it would be your secret. Yeah, rage against the machine. Screw the gods, we're writing. Yeah, you pull Gloria into the library. She fights you, but you refuse to relent. You carefully peek inside. Your sister takes a small book from one of the shelves, and you read it together under the table. It's a book of poetry about eternal love. Gloria clearly adores it. You decide to write a poem of your own. She recites a line in an ecstatic voice, and you repeat it after her and offer a rhyme of your own. She nods happily. You do this until the day ends. You have written a poem of your own and learned it by heart, but not a single line of it has been committed to paper, which means that you stayed true to your mother's rule. Ooh, got 'em. Yeah, find a loophole. I'm no longer accepting my lot as a commoner. I'm growing up to become a lawyer. And I'm finding loopholes. Mother is in her wheelchair, knitting woolen jackets, pants, and socks for the little one. The baby will need to be kept warm, she says. Father spends less time at home now. Mother says she's very busy with his important job. He is a judge, after all. Okay, he's a judge. One day you decide to ask Mom about Stefan and Gloria. How come they're brother and sister to you, but not sibling to each other? Yeah, Mom, what happened? Well, my dear, I didn't give birth to Stefan, you see. He's the son of another mother, and Gloria is the daughter of another father. Okay. Come on, don't knit your brow like that. How did she know? How did she know I was knitting my brow? You'll understand when you're older, okay? How is that even possible? You're all family, are you not? Okay. Several days later, Mother calls Stefan and Gloria to the sitting room. You sneak in after them. At first, Mother gets angry and asks you to leave, but then she relents. You are told to sit, be quiet, and remember every word you hear. When you enter the temple, bow to the twins, first to the elder on the right, then to the younger on the left. Stefan, you're a nobleman to be, so walk along the side paved with marble, where the benches are. Gloria, you walk along the sharp side. Ouch. That stings. You gotta sting your feet. When you're there, you must get down on your knees, each on your own side. Stefan kissed the sword. Gloria, my daughter, they will strike you with the lash. Don't be afraid of it. Resign yourself to the suffering it brings. It is the blessing of your lot. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't call that a blessing, though, would I? No, I wouldn't. Gloria doesn't like the idea of the lash. There's a tense feeling in your chest as well. You are told to remember this. Will the lash strike you too one day? Oh, okay. On the next day, they take your brother and sister to the temple. You run towards them when they finally come back. The back of Gloria's dress is soaked with blood. She's hunched a little, sobbing quietly. Soaked with blood. Damn, I thought it was just gonna be like a ceremonial thing, right? Where you like get lashed just for the, you know, ritual of it. But she's actually soaked with blood. Damn. Stefan is putting on airs, acting prouder than ever. Damn, Stefan. Dude, Stefan is like a psychopath. Like, even if he's higher in status, like, what if you saw your sister getting beat up, wouldn't you be like, you know, at least feel some sort of survival guilt or something like that? But okay, nothing else looks different about them. It's like all is the same, and yet everything has changed. Each of them has accepted their lot. But not me, baby. I'm still a wild card. I could be anyone. Haha. Could even be a priest. Yeah. Kinda wanna be a priest, you know? Because that really like satisfies my curiosity for how this world works. If I'm a priest, then maybe I'll get to learn more. Your siblings, Stefan and Gloria, took their first sacrament at the temple. Only first sacrament. Is there more? Okay, quiet down now, baby. You eye the little bundle in your father's arm with curiosity. Behind the many layers of swaddling clothes is your newborn baby brother. Mother is glowing and smiling with joy. Stefan and Gloria are also there, all excited. You promise yourself you're going to be the best big brother in the world. Yeah, that's probably not too difficult considering Stefan is kind of an ass. You'll never hit him. Oh no, the two of you will play together and tease Stefan together and help Mother together. And go on so many adventures together. It feels so strange to be an older brother. Just the other day, you were the youngest in the family, but everything is different now. Your parents name your little brother Nathan, and Mother spends day and night by his side, and Nathan cries all the time, day and night. Mother barely gets any sleep. She is so worn out, she starts forgetting things. Like today, for instance, she forgot her knitting in the armchair in the sitting room. You'd better bring it back to her as soon as possible. Okay. You run to Mother's bedroom. You miss her smile so much. You walk in without saying hello and give her the knitting, but instead of gratitude, you get an ice-cold, exhausted stare. Nathan is also there, screaming all the time. Go away, Piper. You're bothering me. She spits these words out through her teeth. You look at the bawling newborn. She can't even get a minute of respite. Enough already. When are you going to stop? I just want some peace and quiet. Mother leaps across the room and starts shaking Nathan with malice in her eyes. Yo, what the fuck? His cries get even louder. She looks so tired from his never-ending screams. She seems to be within an inch of smashing him against the wall. Somebody has to do something. You're scared of your mother right now, but you fear for Nathan's life much more. Damn, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck, man? How my mom gets so crazy, huh? She's already raised like 3 children. This is not your first rodeo. But she's driven to like insanity or something. Maybe she's also unstable. I think I'm going to redirect her anger to myself. That seems like something I would do. Yeah, look here, Mom. Mother keeps shaking Nathan violently, but you cannot stay away any longer. He's no longer bawling, he is shrieking. Just leave me alone. Bro, like, all you have to do is walk away. if it's getting a bit too much to handle, just walk away. Like, take a 10-minute walk. I don't know. But then out comes your voice, so loud it drowns out their cries. No, it's not Nathan's fault, Mother. You're just tired. Please don't do anything to my little brother. If you have to punish someone, punish me instead. He's too young. He won't understand. Your mom freezes and looks at you, her eyes two narrow slits. The stare is cold and full of pure wrath. So pure you cannot help but recoil in fear. Are you trying to teach me how to take care of a child? Are you giving me lessons on calming a newborn baby? You're insolent, insipid, nagging know-it-all. It's time you learned your place. Ouch. She puts Nathan on the bed sheets, then moves towards you. Oh, she's approaching me? You step back, but the closed door blocks your way. Oh. She slaps you across the face. Your ears ring from the heavy blow, and your cheek burn from her wrath. Wrath. You wince and close your eyes, expecting a second slap, but nothing comes. Nothing but Mother's heavy breath and Nathan's shrill cries. Then there's a knock at the door. You step aside. Father walks in. He looks at you, clutching a reddened cheek, at the bawling baby, at Mother, her eyes red with rage and tears, the breath heavy and ragged. Okay. What's Dad gonna think? Go to your room, son. I'll join you soon. Okay. How does he know what's going on? Maybe I was the one trying to strangle the baby, and then Mom defended the baby by slapping me, you know? You do as you're told. Back in your room, you press your aching cheek against the cold window, hurt and dazed by what just happened. Soon enough, Nathan stops crying. You hear Father's heavy footsteps in the hallway. He comes into your room and sits on the bed next to you. Son, please not be angry with your mother. The twins know she wishes nobody any harm. This is a difficult time for her, but we will make it through as a family. You stepped up to protect your brother. You acted like a little nobleman today. Oh no, I'm going to hell! Fuck! Not following my lot. But he's proud of me for acting like a nobleman. Your mother and Nathan are resting now. How bad does it hurt? Bro, I don't know about that. Maybe you should take care of Nathan for like a few hours before you give it back to Mom. Yeah, no. What do I know? I'm just a kid. You shake your head. Not bad. But your hand still aches to clutch the cheek. Okay. Father embraces you with a sorrowful smile and gingerly pats you on the head as you press your forehead into his housecoat. Pat pat. Things grow calm now. The trouble has passed and you are quietly happy. Yeah, I saved them. I saved him. Your younger brother Nathan is born. Okay. "5 years. The ant farm. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Okay. Because I'm so perceptive, I get the ant farm. Your younger brother Nathan is growing. Mother spends more time with the rest of the family now. You help her and play with your brother and take care of him when she asks. You often go to Mother's room to sit at the foot of her bed after Nathan falls asleep. She reads you the sacred books and asks you about things you learned that day. During these moments, you see the world through her eyes as well. Okay? One day, the door of your room opens and she brings in a large box covered in a piece of cloth. It is rare for you to see her so overjoyed. She sets the box on the floor and removes the cloth. The box under the cloth is made of glass and has a wooden base. Inside you see a layer of earth shaped into carefully crafted passages. And these passages are full of hard-working ants. Oh bro, it's a metaphor. You gotta be, as commoners, you gotta be like the ants. And be hard-working. Piper, this is my gift to you, an ant farm. It is a little world in a small box. You can watch them through the glass. Look, this is the queen ant. She is born She's the reason all these little ants were born. Okay? You sit by the box together. You hold your breath as you watch the ant colony at work. There turns out to be a method to the ants' chaotic movements. Every single one of them has a task to perform. Some of them have larger mandibles. They are the protectors of the colony. They can draw blood from your finger. Others work all around the colony, repairing the walls and clearing any debris from the passages. There are also the workers who collect food you put in a special tray, leaves, bits of meat, maggots, and bring it to the rest of the colony. You take a worker ant and put it right next to the food. However, the insect has no interest in it. It starts circling around the tray aimlessly. Mother takes the stray ant and puts it back where it belongs. Okay. But yeah, you gotta not be selfish. I see. Why did you do that, my son? The ants cannot do what they weren't born to do. Each of them was born for their own job. You shake your head slowly. If only the ants could do whatever you wanted them to. This is your gift now, so they belong to you. Yeah, Mom, these are my ants. Get out of here. You're not welcome anymore. Or maybe Mother's presence is the reason they won't obey you. Well, there's everyone useful here. Noblemen just don't have a purpose. Really? Okay. Well, I mean, noblemen, they're supposed to defend you, right? Like, it's almost their lot to fight, which is a bit weird. But yeah, it's their job for like government, I guess. Just making the rules and like fighting and dying in battle. But that definitely sounds like some sort of propaganda that the noblemen would keep propagating, so that you don't question how they get everything. Like how they get it. What am I saying? How they are more fortunate, maybe? How they have more wealth? Okay, I think I will play by myself. Imagine Mom gives you a gift and you're like, thanks Mom, that would be all. Let me play by myself. Yeah, I definitely want the, I don't know, the destiny, whatever it is. Insight. Yeah, I want the insight. Whatever that means. I want that. You move away from Mother and pull the glass box towards yourself. She looks at you in surprise, but she gave it to you. It'll be easier to learn about the ants on your own. Mother sighs and stands back up. Very well, I understand. You want to find your own answers. You've grown up so quickly, my son. Uh-huh. So what I want to know is how do priests get born? Like, are there clergy families out there? If as a noble I'm not, I mean, if as a commoner I'm not allowed to ask questions or get things explained to me, how can I ever become a priest? The door creaks quietly as it closes, and you are left to your own devices. You spend a long time watching the ants at work, and then you decide to go outside and find them some bugs to feed on. Once your haul is in the tray, you'll know which bugs they drag away and which they leave untouched. Day after day, you keep the tray full of food, provide the insects with plenty of water, and remove dead ends from the farm. Your tiny subjects still refuse to change their particular ways. It is just as Mother said, the ant farm is exactly like the world we live in. The ants will never know that you are there. Okay. Inquisitive. Revelation. Event. Yep, insight has happened. You experience an insight when your mother tells you about the ways of the world and the lots of its inhabitants. Sure. You wake up to Father's touch on your shoulder. He's finally back home after a long trip. Piper, today is your special day. The day when you begin your studies. Now teachers will be coming to our home to teach you, and you must do everything they say. Be diligent in your studies and you will grow closer to the nobleman's lot. And since you must remember this day, a present is in order. Lydia, get our little schoolboy dressed. I am taking him to the market district. Okie. Stefan wants to come with you too, but Get fucked. This is my day. Your elder brother is hurt to hear this, but stays quiet. Yeah, I know you're a lot, bitch. An open carriage takes the two of you through the dusty, noisy city streets, a pleasant wind tussling in your hair. Your city is called Anizot. That you already know, but it is one of the largest cities in the entire empire. There is a big shadow on the street. It comes from the white foliage of an enormous tree that spreads its branches all over the city. Okay. My son, did you know that the silver tree grew from the blood of our God's own disciples? What? It has been growing here for hundreds of years, right in our city. It cannot be damaged or burned. Not even the clergy know why. Cool. The carriage comes to a halt by a small shop next to the city square. You run there and freeze by the stalls in excitement. The shop is packed with dolls and figurines and toys. You've never seen so many at once before. Have you chosen your present yet? Father asks. You have. You want the Holy Order set, which includes several figurines of the Empire's greatest warriors of all time. Ooh, action figures. Paladins. Hell yeah. You rattle off everything you know about the Holy Order. They were the ones who aided the Emperor's own forces in seizing the province of Magra and storming our city. That's how we joined the Empire. Father nods in approval. Wait, so we basically got annexed? And we got like conquered and joined the Empire? Our city? Must be like lots of years ago, right? But now we look towards our conquerors as heroes. Alright, dude. Very well. War isn't your lot for now, but maybe these toy soldiers will teach you to think like a general. We will lead them into battle and study military strategy. Go ahead, take your present. Okay. Having said this, Father turns away to examine the books. You run to the box of toy soldiers, delirious with excitement. Oh, they do be looking pretty cool. But there is a fancy-dressed boy in your way. He is about to take the warriors for himself. He elbows you aside and reaches for the box. Anger overcomes you and you push him from behind. Your opponent falls to the floor. Oof. Yeah, crusade? Crusade time? The rich boy screams so loudly everyone in the shop hears it. He hit me! He hit me! A tall tower of a man looms over you. This is the boy's father. But then you feel your own father's hands on your shoulders. Ooh, my dad will beat up your dad. Robert Brante. What happened? You press against father, your mind more at ease now. He will protect you. Yes, you shoved the boy to the floor in front of everyone, but he tried to take the present for himself. Father turns you around to face him when he hears these words. Is this true, Piper? Did you strike the son of a nobleman? Well, technically I am also the son of a nobleman, so deny my guilt. Accident. Okay, tell him the truth. More determination. Admit your guilt. Ooh, this is... I think I should admit my guilt here. I feel like that's what I would do. So that's what I will do. I guess having a better relationship with Dad is good too. Because he's probably the most sympathetic to me changing my lot. You recall Mother's words, if you hurt a noble, you must be punished. There is no use trying to lie to escape it. You say it was all your fault. You push the other boy to the floor because you wanted to get your present before him. Uh-oh. Father nods to you, relieved to hear it, and the enraged nobleman grabs you by the hand and drags you out into the street. The law is the law, and your punishment is due. Ouch! They lead you and the nobleman's son out of the shop. You are told to bow to him and show humility. A bad feeling sends a shiver down your spine. With a satisfied grin on his face, the boy swings his arm and slaps you on the cheek. He strikes you again and again. No, why is he hitting me? Father stays quiet all the time, but as you ride home after the punishment, he shows you a rectangular package. I'm proud to see you living by your lot. A common birth leads to a life of humility, and you told the truth and accepted your punishment like a man. This present is yours, my son. Inside is a little box with the tin soldiers of the Holy Order inside. They are the reward of your humility. Okay, okay. Grateful. A nobleman of the mantle, and a judge at the Anizote Prefecture. Following in the footsteps of his father Gregor, he earned a noble title and a position at the prefecture. He works tirelessly in his judicial service for the sake of the family. He took your lowborn mother Lydia as his second wife, thereby jeopardizing the family's noble future. Oh no, what have you done? His noble future. Willpower, exhausted. Okay. I should try and regain willpower pretty soon. Today, Father ordered the dinner table to be brought out into the yard. For the first time in months, he's home, outside of the confines of his always locked study. He spent the entire day playing with Nathan and you, discussing various matters with Stefan, now an adolescent, and walking in the garden. And now a dinner under the open sky. Your entire family gathers together, with Father at the head of the table, smiling. He asks each of you about your studies. Nathan climbs up on his knee. I thought he was an adolescent already. And recites a counting rhyme in a funny, sing-song voice. Stefan mentions that his fencing teacher praised his accomplishments. He rises from the table together with Father to show his skills in a practice duel. Yeah. One sec. Next comes Gloria's turn. She stands on her chair and recites a lengthy prayer by heart. Mother showers your sister with praise. Father chuckles quietly, hiding a smile in his mustache. When your turn comes, you recite all the ranks in the Legion from common soldier to high commander. Stefan listens to you with a skeptical look on his face. Night slowly falls, but the servants ensure that the yard is well illuminated. You don't feel cold in the dusk tonight. It feels good, yet so important. All of you are finally together, sitting at the same table. No fighting, just smiles. No arguing, just pleasant small talk. Then the servant approaches Father with a letter in his hand. He reads it in the dim light, and each line gradually washes the smile off Father's face until only a stone-cold mask remains. Mother looks at Father with an unspoken question in her eyes. Sir Brante is coming back to Anizote. He is the head of our family, my father. Dun dun dun! Your grandfather, Sir Brante, returned to the family home from the capital. Okay. Yeah, I guess if my dad didn't marry my mom, I wouldn't have been born, but maybe someone else would be born, you know, and they would be happier. Ever since the news of grandfather's impending arrival, there has not been a single day when the house has not been clean or decorated. Your parents anxiously make sure everything is in order. They tell you to wash your face and hands after walks and scold you for leaving books on the floor. They tell Gloria she will be flogged if she is ever seen hiding in the attic. They make Stefan stay in his room. Even baby Nathan gets in trouble. How does a baby get in trouble? Everyone is on edge. I guess Nathan is like 3 right now or something. Let me see. Can I see the timeline? Too great not to be born. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the chosen one. Nathan's birth. Uh-huh. Oh, Nathan is 2. Which 2-year-old is getting in trouble? Damn. Alright. Then one day grandfather arrives. It is a grim day, so hot your neck is sticky with sweat. Father, mother, Stefan, Gloria, you, and Nathan, the entire Brante family, stands on the porch in front of the house. The house servants lined up behind you. The carriage arrives, and out steps a tall, gaunt old man with a heavy walking stick and a heavier gaze. You cringe instinctively. Okay. Why do I cringe? Oh, Grandpa, looking kinda old, man. Kinda cringe. I don't know. Good health to you, father. Children, greet your grandfather as you have been taught. Still trying to look like a real nobleman, are you? You can't fool me, Robert. I was the first of the Brante family to be ennobled by the mantle, and I am the only one who remembers how to bear this burden properly. Wait. I thought my father was born as a commoner and then became a nobleman. But now you're saying that my grandfather is also a nobleman, and my dad just followed in his footsteps? I'm kind of confused. Let's see. Ooh, I can see it. I can see the family tree now. Oh, ex-wife. She dead. Status true death. Okay. Grateful. Your fathers remember what you did for him. He earned the noble title. Okay, so even if you're born in a noble family, I think you still have to do something to earn your title. I see. I live honorably by my lot. Your marriage to that low-born wench cut us off from ever becoming nobles of the sword. My progeny could have been born bearing noble blood. Ruh-roh. Father, I beg you, this is not the place. Grandfather eyes him with scorn and walks into the house, the entire family following close behind him. I've been away far too long. This entire house is a mess. This is an insult. How can you live in such a pigsty, Robert? The servants have grown far too lazy, all thanks to your commoner of a wife. I warned you, did I not? And yet you did as you saw fit. And the children, what do they know of tradition or honor? They are being raised in a virtuous family, father. And now you're speaking like a lowborn who's content to live in humility. Twins willing, now that I am here, this will not happen again. I am taking your oldest son to the capital. I see you cannot provide Stefan with a proper education, so I will correct your mistake. Your brother's fate has been decided just like that. Father does not object. He orders the servants to prepare Stefan for the journey. Stefan freezes in place, glancing at grandfather and father again and again. The latter puts a hand on his shoulder reassuringly. Father's lips are tight-lined, white with contempt. I mean grandfather's lips. Bye-bye. The house is examined, room after room. Everything grandfather sees is showered with scorn. He scoffs at a crease on the blanket in Nathan's crib in mother's bedroom. Okay. He mocks Gloria's knitting in her room. The door to your room is next. What's this, Robert? 10 soldiers in your younger son's room. He was born a commoner. I won't have him daydreaming of battle. Grandfather seizes the box containing the 10 warriors of the Holy Order. Your father stays silent. Anger and fear boil within you. This is your big present from the first day of your studies. It means so much to you. Well, what if he's right? What if you need to prove you're right to command the toy soldiers first? Grandfather shakes his head in disapproval and shoves the toy box into the roaring fireplace. If you wait too long, they will melt in the flames. Okay. Watch them melt helplessly. Rescue your 10 warriors. I wish I could do this, but I don't have enough determination for it. Oh no. You can only get determination if you already had 4 to begin with from here. Damn it. The determined get more determined. Smaha. Okay, I can drop my willpower again. Yeah, why would I do this? Strike grandfather. A beyond. +1, +1, +1. Oh, it's saying I will die if I do this. +1 death. But you get a destiny. You get a destiny though. It's either watch them burn helplessly so I regain some willpower, or I get to see what destiny is, a beyond. Yeah, I think I'm too curious. I want to see what happens. So I will strike grandfather. Get out of here. Overwhelmed by helpless rage, you run to grandfather and kick him in the legs with all the strength you can muster. Yet he is immovable. The next thing you see is him leaning, towering over you menacingly, his heavy walking stick in hand. Don't die just yet. You will have time for that. I didn't see that in time. It's too late. I'm already dead. Lorborn scum, how dare you raise a hand to me? The blow hits home. Oof. The handle of the walking stick is as heavy as a rock. You are dazed, robbed of both hearing and sight. Down comes another blow. A sharp pain splits your head, and then darkness. Your hand twitches against your will, then again and again, like it is trying to catch a flying butterfly, and then you fall into the primordial void. The void takes away a part of you, one of the lives you are given to live. It will never return. There is pain and desperation and a sense of loss. Nothing can be done now. Game over? Alright, see you guys next time, next stream. Okay, bye-bye. You fall into a pain that embraces you like a soft feather bed. You feel light, free. There are no restraints, just a warm glow that envelops you in its secure embrace. The waves carry you. Their touch is soft. They delicately enshroud what was once in your body. What was once your body. It is a feeling unlike anything you have ever experienced before. Something absolute and complete. You touch something greater, the reason behind everything, the reason for your very existence. You were sculpted from this light. It was the first thing you ever felt, a boundless and sincere unity of the diverse. Your beginning was a spark that cast this light in all directions, and now you are here again, one with the beginning of everything. The light gleaming from you resembles the light of the shining pillar. You still see it in the north as always. The waves of light carry you to two figures. The elder is nearest. He is ready to accept you. He is quiet, wise, kind, and pure. The younger waits further back. You do not know what he is yet. The waves pause at the elder's feet. He leans over you and plants a feather-like kiss on your forehead. The kiss spreads all over you. You are filled with unparalleled delight and bliss. You exist. You are unique. There is no one else like you. They know this and they love you. You will never be alone. You are a part of them, a part of your family, a part of this universe. The twin gods will never leave you. They watch over you constantly. The elder softly touches you as you lie spread out amongst the waves, sending you further down the torrent of light. You float on to the top of the silver tree's spreading crown. The closer you get to the silver tree, the heavier you become. The waves draw you along down its trunk, but you do not wish to part with the warmth and the softness, with the love. You turn around. The elder is still watching you. He nods. All is as it should be. Go. Your time has not yet come. You must return to the world now. Okay. As you tumble down towards your body, you comprehend the true meaning of your lesser death and the divine love that has been revealed to you. Love exists not only in the hereafter. It is present in the entire design of the twins that is the origin of all life in this world. What is the manifestation of this love in your mortal life? Empire? By creating the Empire, the twin gods care for all living creatures. The Empire is the only thing that gives us a place in the world and a connection to others. It is an enormous family made for people by the gods. Okay? Lot. Your gods gave you a clear mission in the world, thus gifting you your very being. This is the manifestation of their love for you and for all living things. Family. Love always lives in kindred blood. You share the miracle of life and the universe with your kin. Your family is what you are given upon being born and what you leave behind when you depart. Meh. The love the gods have for you is so great that they allow you to change the world they have created, to influence it with your deed. Whatever your mission is, this is a proof. It is a proof of the twin gods' love for you. Yourself. What could be a stronger manifestation of love than your very existence? Your very emotion, every thought, every action exists by virtue of the love from which the twin gods created you. Or remain silent. You do not find the answer you seek. Okay. It's not gonna be family, it's not gonna be a lot. Probably the only thing is maybe empire. I mean maybe cause, maybe. But I think remaining silent is the one that I resonate the most strongly with. Yeah. Yeah, because part of me is like wanting to rebel against, I don't know, the gods, the system. So maybe remaining silent is the way to go for that. Silent comprehension of the love with which the entire world is imbued illuminates your mind, but then it fades away and vanishes. You regain the sensation of your flesh. It is heavy and unwieldy. Gotta work out more. It lacks that lightness. That light, it is a burden. It is smothering you. You gasp for air. Your chest expands painfully. You feel as though your lungs are about to burst. The stagnant odor of the crypt fills them, revolting but so real. You are back. I'm back, baby! Then you smell a sickly, moist smell. You feel dampness all around you. You come back to your senses in the gloom of the family crypt, lying flat on a stone slab. Your parents are now on their way to the crypt. Right now. You hear their muffled voices. They are arguing. And against all rules, mother will not agree with father. Why would Sir Gregor do this? He just took one of our child's lives. Lydia, my father is our family's head, and the boy raised a hand to him. There was nothing we could do, and father did admit that he was too hard on him. Please do not anger Sir Gregor. You need to accept this. It will never happen to any of our children ever again. Their voices grow quiet as they lean over you. You lean on your elbows and to try to get out from the stone. Mother gingerly wraps a cloak over your naked body as you shiver from the cold. My son, your first death came far too soon. I know it may be difficult to realize what happened, but know this. The twin gods are ever merciful. You are a child, and your time to leave for the hereafter has not yet come. You will be returned here by the gods twice more, but do not tempt fate again. And never ever defy those who can easily take your life. Piper, you have angered your grandfather greatly. Do not stand in Sir Gregor's way ever again, and he will never hurt you again. For now, just stay away from him. Yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally cracked your skull with my walking cane. Whoops. My bad, dude. Father stays a step away from you, not saying a word. When mother finishes talking, he picks you up and carries you outside. Together, your parents take you from the family crypt. So how long has it been? Was there like a funeral and everything? And they put me on the crypt? On your way out of the crib, you take a moment to touch your head. It is perfectly fine. There's no sign of the blow. Back home, grandfather is still walking through the house examining the rooms. Oh, okay. So like almost no time has passed. If he's still walking around the house. You can see that Stefan and Gloria are disturbed by what just happened. Nathan starts crying when he sees you. Your playroom still reeks of burnt paint. Oh no, my toy soldiers, they're still gone. Sad. I died in vain. There's something new about you now. A pitch black stripe on your left arm. It looks like a strange bit of dirt at first, but it will not wash off. It will be like that forever, Mother explains. That is all she will say of it. Wait, what? I turn into dust and reappear? Is that actually how it works? Interesting. Looks like that movie, uh, Jumanji, right? Starring Dwayne the Rock Johnson. When you get killed and then you just respawn, you fall from the sky. Yeah. I can rub this in when talking to my siblings. I've died once. Have you even died, bro? Have you even died? Okay. Alright. I'm farming these events, but I don't think I can get them all. It's probably designed in such a way that you can't get them all. Soon grandfather leaves. Hey, it's time to party. He's gone. Your elder brother Stefan goes with him. From that day on, father's hired teachers tend to you alone. They bore you with monotonous lectures on writing, counting, and the way of life in the blessed Arcanian Empire. You often distract yourself from their instruction by playing with your younger brother Nathan. Okay. Your home grows quiet without your elder brother. Too quiet. Weeks later, your family receives a letter from Stefan. Grandfather has sent him to a boarding school for nobles, and he is now studying hard in preparation for his service as a nobleman. Okay, I'm too late, I see. The rules here are way too strict. You can't even sneeze without the teacher's permission. But I've been studying with my peers. We're learning how to live as nobles in a noble society. We're also learning the art of swordplay. That's my favorite part. With Stefan now at the boarding school, grandfather arrives once more. This time to live in your home. The only good thing is that he often has urgent business in Eterna, the capital of the empire, and has to travel there. One day you ask mother where he lived before. In Eterna, she says, but now his place is here. Each time father returns, he gives the servants new orders. Your home is now always busy with repairs. The servants are redecorating grandfather's chambers, including his library and sitting room. Sometimes father tries to gently talk him out of this. Why subject the house to constant reconstruction? Grandfather's answer is always the same. This home is mine, and I will live here as befits a man of the nobility. Okay. Cough, cough. We'll get that drinking ASMR Hall's hat sound just now. Some days grandfather stays home, and on those days you try your best to stay out of his sight. But there is no way you can avoid family breakfast. The food is there, but you cannot bring yourself to eat it. Mother's eyes are red and swollen. She has been crying all night again. Grandfather sits at the head of the table where nobody used to sit before. Robert, it is high time your youngest sons underwent their sacraments. Sir Brante, please let them live free of the lot for a while longer. They are but... Shut your mouth. Robert, that wife of yours is impertinent enough to interrupt me. If this ever happens again, she'll be eating her gruel with the servants in the kitchen where she belongs. It is time you consider a real marriage, Robert, one to a woman of the proper station. Monkas. Gloria drops her fork. Grandfather shoots her a scathing look. A tear rolls down mother's cheek. Father does not look away from the plate. His hands clench into fists. Baroness L. Lodar is one such woman. She is a comely widow and a fine match. She is suing for her inheritance right now and could use proper support and a husband. You can keep your lowborn Lydia around if you like. Servant, mistress, I don't care. I will not do that, father. I am the head of the family, and the family standing took a severe blow after you married that commoner. It is unthinkable. How could you give up the memory of beautiful Amalia L. Bourne for this lowly woman and that bastard child of hers? But now you have a chance to set things right. Don't disappoint me. Father nods curtly, trying not to look in mother's direction. Father, I wish to see Stefan. If I find your conduct in the Baroness's presence satisfactory enough, then you may see him. She's coming for a visit tomorrow. Be prepared. Grandfather wipes his mouth with his napkin, throws it onto his plate, and leaves. Mother's lip moves silently. No one says a word. Then father stands up and orders you and the other children back into your rooms. He needs to speak to mother in private. Okay. Father comes to your room before bedtime. He sits on the edge of your bed and adjusts a crease on the woolen blanket. He distanced himself from you after Stefan's departure, so you are not used to such attention from him. In the candlelight, you can see his face in the dark. There is a sour expression on it. My son, Baroness Emma L. Lodar, will be visiting us tomorrow. Please be polite and treat her with respect. Nathan will do as you do. I want this dinner to be as immaculate as possible. Don't let me down. Okay? On the next day, Mother starts dressing you and Nathan for the coming dinner. You see red all around her eyes. She has been crying and for a long time. It hurts just to look at her. Nathan starts whining quietly. You and Nathan are dressed in new doublets, your tousled hair brushed into shape. Gloria is told to stay in her room. Father appears wearing his best suit. Mother is in a humble brown dress, looking pale. Grandfather has an uncharacteristically contented look about him. You hear the sound of wheels and hoofs against the cobbles in the yard, then a pair of dainty heels come clacking. The antechamber is completely quiet and still. Fearing grandfather's observant eye, the door opens. Ooh, you see your guest. Imagine looking at enemy gives you damage. You see your guest, a beautiful dark-haired woman in a dress of elegant deep blue. Your father takes the hand of Lady L. Lodar and kisses it, showering her in compliments. Father's face is beaming in her presence. No one even bothers to introduce Mother. Baroness, allow me to introduce you Robert's sons, Piper and Nathan Brante. Frankly, it's his elder Stefan who deserves the most attention, but currently he is studying in Eterna with other young noblemen like himself. It is my hope that his younger sons will also make me proud one day. What if I tried to make him proud, and then I died, and then I'm out of lives? 'Cause he killed me, no! Grandfather eyes you with a probing look. How will you act in front of the Baroness? Will you accept her? Next to your mother? Your father's rightful wife? Ooh, you can demand that Mother be introduced. Yikes. I don't think I will do that. Walk away with Mother. Damn. Maintain your composure. Greet her politely. Maintain your composure or demand that Mother be introduced. I think I would just greet her politely. I don't see a reason to rock the boat right now. You follow Father's example and kiss the Baroness's fingers gently. The laughter fills the antechamber, ringing like chimes. You gallantly offer to lead her to the sitting room. Lady L. Lodar graciously agrees. Behind your back, you can hear Mother sobbing. Oh no, Mom. Grandfather and Baroness L. Lodar engage in small talk over dinner. He tells him of the woes of litigation over her late husband's inheritance, and he advises her like the judge he is. Father is mostly silent, only getting in a word or two. You do your absolute best to behave yourself. After the decorous farewells to Lady L. Lodar, your father quietly thanks you for your model behavior. The morning after, he leaves for Eterna with grandfather to visit Stefan. Mother spends almost an entire day in her bedroom. You cannot bring yourself to speak to her. Father returns from the capital in a quiet rage. You overhear your parents talking. Apparently, grandfather has already poisoned Stefan's mind against him, and he greeted father with cold hostility. Damn, Stefan. Keep getting mind controlled. The name of Baroness L. Lodar is never mentioned in the house again. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay. A modest position. Okay. At least it's not tarnished honor anymore. Yeah, but my family unity is just dropping fast. Seven years old. I think I'll try to get to the end of childhood and then I'll end the stream. Because I'm getting kind of tired of reading so much as well. Oof. Father now checks on your studies often and nitpicks you for sitting or eating or speaking in an incorrect fashion. Once he becomes so annoyed, he says that he wishes Stefan had been the one to stay home instead of you. You never expected to hear these words from your father, of all people. Yeah, Dad, we have the highest relationship right now, man. Yeah, +4? He is the one I would least expect to hear those words from. Grandfather's trip to the capital took longer than expected. It feels lighter around the house without his presence. You allow yourself a little change of scenery. Instead of your room, you now busy yourself with reading and calculations in the sitting room across from the open door to the yard. Gloria has joined you today. She has already helped you progress through several complex passages in the book. Right now she seems preoccupied with a strange tube. The kaleidoscope. Aren't you hurt by the way Grandfather treats you, you ask? Gloria just shrugs. Grandfather always says they should get rid of me. I'm used to it now. He hurts you a lot worse because you're closer to him. I just have to stay out of his way, that's it. That is kind of true. She shows you the strange tube she has been holding all day. Look, it's a kaleidoscope. I got it as a gift. Want to see inside? Okay. One sec. Gonna take a drink. Okay. Oops. Excited by the idea, you close the book and peer into the tiny hole on one end of the tube. Your eye sees a multitude of intricate patterns. Each turn of the tube reveals a new web of interwoven colors. They mesmerize you. The kaleidoscope turns the fire burning in the fireplace into a cavalry made of flames. You are riding at the front of the fiery horseman, ready to face the enemy. Grandfather's face emerges from the intersecting lines, and you swing the kaleidoscope like a sword, cutting it in half. Now you look at the blue sky through the window. The patterns are unending, secretive, and calm and peaceful. Just like Father's smile before Grandfather's invasion. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is this like some magic realism thing? Swing the kaleidoscope. I guess it's just my imagination that I'm seeing their faces in the kaleidoscope. The deep blue gives way to a scattering of gold radiating gentle warmth, like mother's arms. This fleeting beauty, too, soon gives way to a hypnotic new pattern. Again and again you see your family in these interconnecting figures as they come together and break apart. And in the middle of this golden glow you see Gloria's green eyes gazing at you observantly. Your sister left you long ago. The books are abandoned and time slips away unchecked, but you are too busy peering into the kaleidoscope. Order emerges from the chaos before your eyes again and again, but you cannot preserve it, no matter how you try. You are caught in an inner conflict. There is so much that can be done with this kaleidoscope. Should you take it apart, or ask Gloria how it works, or keep enjoying the patterns it shows you? But you still have lessons to do today. Okay. I only have one choice. But I think it's a choice that I want anyway. I think I kind of want a little bit more determination, but I also have wanted more willpower for a while now. Makes sense. You keep playing with the kaleidoscope as visions of warriors bathed in glory reveal themselves before you. Continue peering into the ever-changing pattern the kaleidoscope offers you. They become truly interesting when you point it at the shining pillar gleaming in the sky. Ooh. In your mind's eye, one battle follows another, filling your ears with clanging steel and the neighing of horses. You are leading the Imperial Army now. Everyone is so proud of you. Grandfather says you're better than Stefan, and Father's stern voice cuts your daydream short. You lost all track of time. It is evening now. Oh, how did you get your hands on this toy, Piper? Why aren't you studying? Give it to me. You will have double the lessons tomorrow. Ah, yeah, double the knowledge. Heck yeah, Dad. Alright. Grandfather visits are no longer a cause for fear and panic in the house. It has become something you are used to, something nagging, yet not unordinary. Like a splinter or a stain on your trousers. Yeah, Grandpa, you're just like a stain on my pants. The tension still remains, however. Sir Gregor's disdain for everyone in the house is so palpable, it almost stings for real. Your lessons with the tutor are done for today. You are walking down the stairs when you spot Gloria peeping into the sitting room through a slightly open door. You sneak up on your sister and tap her lightly on the shoulder. She is startled. Oh, it's you, Piper. Look, Sir Gregor's eating something. Grandfather is sitting on the sofa, flipping through a book with one hand and reaching for a glass bowl with another, now and then. Inside the bowl you see candied fruit, a sweet confectionery forbidden to the common estate, like all sweet things. Yet Grandfather's face shows no pleasure as he keeps consuming the highborn treats. Okay, the clock strikes 3. Grandfather rises from his seat, puts away the bowl on a shelf and leaves for the yard. He always takes a walk in the city at this time. Gloria nudges you with her bowl and looks at the candy bowl when you look at her. Gloria nudges you with her elbow and looks at the candy bowl when you look at her. The first emotion you feel is fear. The next comes curiosity, and it is stronger. Stefan used to boast that candied fruit tastes incredible, and now you have a perfect opportunity to try it. You try a candied fruit first. The sugar starts to melt as soon as you put it on your tongue. It is so sweet. You have never eaten anything as good as this. You take the whole bowl off the shelf and give it to your sister. She takes the fruit and brings it to her mouth, carefully, like a rare treasure. There's a thumping on the stairs, footsteps accompanied by the knocking of a walking stick. You have no idea why, but Grandfather is back. You quickly hide behind the sofa and pull Gloria after you, but she is frozen in place with the bowl in her hands. The door opens. Grandfather's menacing figure advances on Gloria. His hand seizes her arm. Uh-oh. You squalid, ungrateful, lowborn child. How dare you bite the hand that feeds you? You and your trollop of a mother would be sleeping in the ditch if it weren't for my spineless son. The sweet and pleasant things in life are for the noble estate, not for the likes of you. Did you forget your lot? His hand swings and hits Gloria on the cheek. She falls to the floor right next to where you are hidden. Her fingers glisten with the warm, melted sugar that brought you here. Grandfather advances again, his walking stick ready, but then he sees you huddling behind the armchair. Uh-oh. Please don't hurt him, Sir Brante. This is all my fault. He tried to stop me. You can already see a bruise on Gloria's cheek. This is only the beginning of her punishment. Gloria was caught red-handed, unlike you. You can still avoid your punishment. What is it then, milksop? Did you try the sugar too? Or were you trying to stop this piece of filth like she says? What-whoa. I can use my perception. I can use my willpower to gain one more perception. Or I can lie. Ooh, mock Grandfather along with your sister. Damn it, no termination. Sad. I wish I could do this, but I think I should lie, to be honest. I don't think I need that much perception. I certainly don't want to reduce my willpower even more. You stand up and start talking. Yes, Gloria was telling the truth. You're trying to stop her. Grandfather tilts his head as he keeps you transfixed by his inhospitably bitter gaze. Then why did you hide behind the armchair like a petty thief? It was all Gloria, you tell him. She told you to hide. Gloria looks at you with pain and disappointment when you say this. Oh no! Grandfather nods, satisfied by your answer. She tells you to stay and watch him punish Gloria. For the first time in your life, you see someone else being punished. Her skin is split apart by grandfather's walking stick, her clothes getting soaked in blood as she writhes in agony. Oh my god, he's so intense! Just give him like a light slap on the palm, you know? Night comes, but Gloria's sobbing keeps you awake. You go to her bedroom and try to calm her down, but a muffled "go away" is her only reaction. She lied to grandfather for you, so why is she angry with you now? Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that she told me to hide. I think that probably made her punishment even worse. Damn it. Mother takes Gloria to church next morning. They return late in the afternoon, and Gloria begs for father on her knees for forgiveness. She will never ever take what she does not deserve by birth, she pleads. She does not look at you, not even once. Rip. But now I got more willpower. Yaha. At what cost? Father and mother have been focused on Nathan and you since early morning. Instead of breakfast, you are told to say your prayers, wash your hands and faces, and get dressed in plain white t-shirts. Today is the day of your sacrament. Ooh, Nathan looks different now. Mother, I want to go play in the yard. No playing today. You and Piper are big boys now. It is time for you both to have your first sacrament. No one can live without a lot. I don't want a lot. Be quiet and listen. You were born commoners, so you must accept a lowborn lot before the twins. When you grow up, you will get the chance to earn a noble lot. I see. Father and mother take you to the carriage. Nathan is hungry. He starts whining. Grandfather is the last to get in the carriage. His eyes are on you and your brother, looking for every fault. Soon the carriage is moving along the streets of Anizote. Anizote? I don't actually know the right pronunciation for that. Slowly and solemnly. One more turn and you see the colossal white building marked by two massive pillars. For the first time in your life, you are to enter the Church of the Twin Gods. Ooh. You enter the gate and walk under the splendorous dome of the church. The church hall is divided into two halves. They are drastically different from one another. The floor on one side is rough and jagged and covered in dried brown spots, while the floor on the other is made of smooth marble. The commoners kneel on the jagged floor, and the well-dressed nobles and their families sit on pews. Okay. Father and grandfather leave you to sit on one of the nobles' pews. Okay. Mother walks to the rough stone of the commoner's side and gets down on her knees. You see her wince in pain, for the lowborn estate shall suffer in the house of the faith. The church acolytes surround you and lead you to the altar, where you and the other children will take your sacrament this day. Before you stands a tall priest dressed in black, with a sword in one hand and a hefty whip in the other. Nathan's whining grows louder. He dislikes this place. He is scared. You remain quiet, but your stomach roils in uneasy anticipation. Shouldn't Nathan be like waiting another 3 years before he does this? He's 3 years younger than me. The first child to take the sacrament is a jaunty little boy from a family of nobles. The priest extends the sword before him and recites the words of his lot. From this day forth he will fight and rule and pursue the arts. His mind now forever free from the throes of suffering, for he now belongs to the noble lot. The boy proudly touches the flat of his blade with his lips. Nathan is the next to receive the sacrament. He suddenly snaps out of his fearful trance and tries to break free, but the acolyte pulls him towards the altar and throws him on the jagged floor on the lowborn side. The sharp edges bite into Nathan's knees as he lands, spraying drops of blood around him. I don't wanna, Piper. Why do they want to whip me? What did I do? You try to break free and run to Nathan's side. You want to give him courage and protect him, but the acolyte's grip on you is too firm. You feel utterly helpless. The little brother has to face the world all by himself. The priest starts reciting the words of the lot as he swings the lash over Nathan's shoulders. From this day forth, Nathan, thou shalt endure and work and suffer. Thou shalt ardent in thy labor and humble in obedience to thy rulers. And now cometh thy first true suffering, which thou must accept with gratitude. The lash cracks. It strikes him in the right shoulder. It strikes him in the left shoulder. The blows are so powerful that Nathan falls to the floor. The priest tells him to rise. He has received his lot. Nathan gets on his feet and drags himself towards Mother, his knees torn and bloodied, his spirit broken. It is your turn. Your feet will not move. You can barely muster enough strength to walk to the altar. You get down on our knees. Your knees, probably, right? You get down on your knees and feel the sharp stones below. So sharp your clothing cannot protect you. Your skin begins to burn. The acolyte forces your head down, and you feel the lash being drawn above you, ready to strike. The priest's words are for you now. This is thy sacrament. Thou shalt work and endure and suffer. Thou art to receive thy first true suffering by the sacred lash. Thou accept thy lot. Ooh. Okay, I can stand up and catch the lash. Oh my god. Dun, 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 dun. I can kiss the sword. Interesting, interesting. Definitely don't want to accept it because I don't need more perception. So it's either catch the lash or kiss the sword, I think. You challenge a sacred order and attempt to seize a noble lot. I mean, yeah, I'll try that. Yeah, I'll try that. Kiss the sword, let's go. I'll spend the willpower for it. That's why I have it, right? To spend. Hehe. The whip slices through the air, about to strike, but your eyes are transfixed by the blade the priest holds in his other hand. You jump up and away. The lash misses you. You grab the blade with your hands. It cuts into them without mercy. The priest wrenches it away from your blooded fingers. You look him straight in the eye. I am Piper of House Brante. The priest freezes in shock. You seize this moment to pull the sword closer and kiss the smooth, cold blade. You hear cries of outrage among the churchgoers. Mother prostrates herself on the jagged floor, racked with fear. Father remains still, baffled by what you have just done. But grandfather looks at you intently, as though truly seeing you for the first time. There's a semblance of respect in his gaze. Right. You are forced back to the commoner's place at the altar. The acolyte seize you by the arms and legs and keep your face bent closely to the bloody, jagged stones of the floor. The lash strikes your lower shoulder. The lash strikes your right shoulder, then your left shoulder. Then you are told to rise. You are a commoner. Okay. So I tried to grab the sword, but you know, that's not how it works. I'm still a commoner. But at least grandfather is more respectful of me now, I guess. Maybe I'll get his help if I want to, you know, earn a nobleman's lot in the future. Okay, interesting. Mother takes your hand and leads you out of the church. Once you're outside, she scolds you for being insubordinate and bringing shame to your family. Nathan holds your hand as you walk, his tearful face a mixture of confusion and awe as he looks into your eyes. But you do not feel as though you have made a mistake. You did what was right for you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I traded one perception for determination, which I think is the right thing to do. Don't think I need 6 perception at this point. And willpower. Yeah, drop down to 0. That's okay. Sacrament. You have taken your first sacrament and received the commoner's lot. So it's implying that there is a second sacrament, or even more. I guess that's when I can become a noble. Nobleman's sacrament. Event has happened. Hooray! Challenged the sacred order and attempted to seize a noble lot. Yeah, anything that says like challenging the status quo is something that I'm happy to pick. Juvenile. Juvenile? Ah, okay. My childhood has ended. The mark left on you by the sacrament takes a long, long time to heal. Bro, you know what would heal me instantly? If I died. Oh my god. Cheat code. I wonder how the dying works. Like, if you're gonna die of old age, and you did die, do you come back to life? And then get more time to live? Or do you come back to life and then just to die of old age immediately? Or do you not come back to life at all? So many questions. Mother says it is a reminder of your lot, suffering and sufferance, pain and patience. Gloria shows you the mark of the lash on her shoulder one day. It will never disappear. You sure, man? What if she died? You're a commoner now. This is the lot you were born into. But father keeps telling you to study hard so you may yet earn a different lot and become noble of the mantle. Yeah, this is weird. Like this whole like lot dynamic doesn't really make sense to me. Okay, I think natural causes you die truly. Okay, makes sense. But yeah, on one hand, people are telling you to, you know, follow your lot so that you can go to heaven or whatever. But on the other hand, father is clearly like treating the nobleman's lot as something better than the commoner's lot, right? So from one side, people are like trying to argue that the lots are all equally valuable and everyone has their own place. But on the other hand, like, you know, the nobles, I think they know that being a noble is much better. Which I think it is much better, right? Maybe like the commoners have to somehow justify to themselves why they have to stay a commoner. But is it, I don't know, it's not really a justification though. Or it's not, they're not really lying to themselves either. Because the gods are real and they do exist. And the gods literally tell you to follow your lot, right? Is that not what happened when I died and saw the gods? Anyway, interesting stuff to think about. You recall the past with warm sadness when Stefan still lived with you, or when he wrote to you for a time shortly after he left. Now he thinks it beneath him to write to the commoners in his family. Mother didn't lock herself in the bedroom as often back then. This changed shortly before Nathan was born. But most importantly, you missed the time before the terrifying figure of your grandfather was constantly looming over you. You learned the true power of the lot only after the head of the family's arrival. In grandfather's eyes, no commoner deserves to be treated with kindness. Is this just him? Or is it the way of the entire world? The very thought makes you queasy. You are older now, and what's more, you are an elder brother now. You've learned how to care about someone else, how to teach and protect. Soon you are a small boy no longer. As the days pass by, play gradually gives way to laborious study. Now your choices will decide your place in the bizarre and ruthless world of adulthood. Your childhood years are over. Oof, and with that, I think I'm gonna end the stream. It's been quite a while, quite a long time. I think I need to rest my voice a little. Okay. Important life events that happened to you in this chapter. Okay. Birth. So how old am I now? 25 minus 18. I'm 7? Wait, that ain't right. Yeah, I am 7. I'm 7. Okay. Yeah, brother and sister sacrament, Nathan's birth, insight. Still don't know what this insight does. Maybe one day, I'll find out. Grandfather's return, beyond, sacrament, nobleman sacrament. Nice stream. Don't destroy your voice in the process. Ah, thank you, thank you. Yes, I'll try my best not to. I think if I play some other games, it would be fine to stream this long, but for such a reading heavy game, I think it's a bit much. It's a bit intense. Okay. Personal qualities that you have accumulated in childhood. They will convert into adult qualities at the end of chapter 2, okay? What, so there's like an adult version of determination? Adult perception? Okay. It affects your frame of mind and the skills you have when you grow up. I see. So it probably gives you a new set of skills depending on which category you're in, right? So I should hope to keep this in resolute, at least, I think. If I keep this in inquisitive and resolute, I think I'll get some skills, right? Maybe, maybe not. Oh well. Your inner strength and the number of lesser deaths you experienced. Okay. Willpower, 0 right now. Died once. Yep. Alright. Oh, these stats won't change. Okay. They're already like set in stone, I see. Yeah, it's a nice game to play in between other games. True, true. Ooh. Okay. Alright, I think that's it then. I'm gonna call the stream right here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I might play this game again in the coming week. Haven't decided on the schedule yet, but I will post it on my Twitter probably. Alright, thank you guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye. Bye bye.